Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone's having a good time. Woo! I know him too. Look at that. Wow. We're all seeing old friends here. How's everyone's April 17th going? Obviously, mine is going quite well at this point. I'm reminded, deciding whether to eat a whole pizza is shameful or not. I'm reminded of that Vine. Is it a Vine? I think it's a Vine. Can I fit 15 marshmallows in my mouth at once? You're a menace to society and a coward. Do 20. So go ahead and just eat 2 whole pizzas. Otherwise, you're a coward. Two whole pizzas. 2. That's right. You can't be a coward. Oh, my chair is caught. Spent the whole day in a single room. I almost spent the whole day in a single room, but I didn't because I went out to my dining room and ate food. In both WoW and real life. Wow, that's quite impressive. All right, well, we got some friends in chat. This is going to be a good night. And actually, after this stream is over, I have plans with other friends to stream a movie party, and we're going to watch Mission Impossible 3. We watched Mission Impossible 2 last night, and the night before, we had Mission Impossible 1. Do not recommend Mission Impossible 2. Mission Impossible 1, very good. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, friends. Liquor store runs are essential. And we haven't made one in a while, so this is my last cider, but we still have rum, vodka, gin, and tequila. So, doing okay. I discovered recently that raspberry Mike's Hard Lemonade is very, very dangerous because I can just drink all of those at once because they taste so good. Oh. Diet Coke, yeah. My version of that is we have 2 liters of Dr. Pepper, which is how I get my caffeine these days. I definitely understand now why Mike's Hard is a summer drink. It's so good. Like all those commercials where you see old men sitting on lawn chairs drinking like a Mike's Hard. I understand it now. I want to do it. But anyway, I digress. This is not the James Talks About Mike's Hard Lemonade stream. This is the James Plays Battle for Wesnoth stream. And actually, as David/Floorman will remind you, this is the Bad Beats only stream. So we should get into the bad beats. So since we've got a couple of newer folks in chat, I figure I would walk us through a little bit more about this game, which I did the first stream, but there were a few different people, so it's worth going over again. You've probably seen me play a little bit of this now, but basically the gist is that you have a small army that you are commanding, and they gain experience points as you survive or don't survive through scenarios. And they level up. When they level up, they get better. And you're trying to, in general, you're trying to defeat your enemy commanders, but some scenarios have different objectives than that. There are a bunch of different races, and then each race has a variety of different units that you can recruit with. And there's the handy dandy. Let's see if this pulls up the handbook. Yes. So there's a handy dandy handbook here that includes things like all of the units for all of the different races. And if I remember, yes, so this will only show you things that you've already discovered as you play. So, for instance, there's a lot of things that are not on here that I know exist, because in this particular playthrough, I have not discovered these races yet. So, for instance, there are no dwarves yet, but Dwarf Hunter, don't you worry, we will find them. We will find them. But so we can take a look through. The elves are mostly what we're using now. Well, we might hunt some of them. We might just have them help us out. I'm sensing you don't get game sound right now. Let's bring that up. All right, so other things, combat. So let's take a look at one of these units. Look at the Elvish Archer, because I like the Elvish Archers. The Elvish Archers have two different attacks. They've got their sword attack, which is a melee ranged attack, and it's a 5x2, which means that each attack has the chance of doing 5 damage, and he's got 2 attacks. The percent chance to hit will depend on what terrain our enemies are on. And then our enemies we will trade blows with whatever their default melee attack is. So if they have, let's say, a 3-4 melee attack or a 4-3 melee attack, we'll trade blows. We get to strike first because we are the attackers, but then they'll hit back with whatever they have. Similarly, our bow is a 5x4. It's a ranged attack, so they will only be able to attack us back with ranged attacks. And the smartest is adding helpful commentary in chat. These are the different types of terrain and what defense capabilities they give us. So if we are sitting on a castle, we've got 60% defense, and anybody attacking us will only have a 40% chance to hit. There are some exceptions, like magic, which always has a 70% chance to hit, or abilities like marksman, which always have a 60% chance to hit, no matter what their opponent's terrain bonuses are. So as I have been talking about terrain, this is what I'm referring to. Then each unit has some resistances or vulnerabilities. It's all noted as resistance, but a minus 10% means that an arcane attack is 10% more effective against us. No, so the marksman ability means that it always has a 60% chance to hit. A arcane attack always has a 70% chance to hit. It doesn't go up. Marksman is at... Oh, I see what you're saying. So if... Yes, marksman is at least 60%. And I just lost my webcam. Hang on, guys. Yes, I'm wrong. Yeah. Yeah. So this is a fun thing, which I've happened a couple of times. So I'm using my phone's camera to stream my webcam, but occasionally it overheats and just turns off. So we'll get that back up here in a second. Yeah, it is. It's a really neat feature, isn't it? I like it a lot. But hey, what about that game music? This is some of my favorite. This is what I think of when I think of awesome game music. It's just very orchestral, high fantasy, awesome stuff. Alright. Hang on, guys. We're going to try and figure a couple of things out here. Right, so I'm a professional and I know how to unmute my mic when I want to start talking again. I did not, in fact, pour water on my phone, because that would be silly. What I did do instead, however, was put my phone back on its stand and then accidentally knock my drink over. So we had to clean that up. The bad beats have begun and we haven't even started playing yet. Oh, this is going to be a good night. It's going to be a great night. I need like a commercial break screen or something like that. I'll make one of those eventually. All right. That's probably the basic gist, and I'll go slow through this next scenario. I'm not gonna have commercials. I don't have that kind of clout. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to ever have sponsors because this is just for fun. Who's sponsoring this stream? This stream is sponsored by Apple. The fruit. Apple. The fruit. The second half of the stream is sponsored by Beats. Only the bad kind. Okay, so we are going to get back into it. I don't really know what happened here. I don't think those aren't real. That's not real. That didn't ever happen. So we're going to be starting off at Isle of the Damned. Last stream, if you will recall, we attempted to continue with our playthrough from the previous stream and ended up dying at the battle for Elensefar again. So we decided that we can reset to the end of the most recent stream as opposed to having to start all the way over every time, because otherwise you're never going to see this game. So we reset to the Bay of Pearls and we beat that. Got very, very lucky on the last turn and actually managed to get a number of things accomplished. Like we got all of our merfolk, we got the trident, and we killed both leaders. So we get to actually move on to our preferred next campaign, next scenario, which is the Isle of the Damned. And we know a couple of things about this map that will help us. Of course. So I'm going to be skipping through this dialogue here. Yes, as everyone in chat is reminding me, we were incredibly, stupidly lucky. I'm going to skip through some of this dialogue because we've gotten through this twice now before, so we can skip through that. Once we get through the Battle of Elensefar, I'll start back up with the story dialogue again. So this bandity friend here is going to help us defeat the undead and give us some gold and let us recruit outlaws. So here's what starts every scenario. We have a little bit of victory conditions and defeat conditions. We just need to survive for this game. And we can alternatively win by defeating all enemy leaders. We'll find out in a second that we actually do want to defeat all enemy leaders because it gives us another unit. We lose if Conrad, our leader, dies. And in this particular scenario, it doesn't matter how well we do because we don't get to keep any of the gold. So let's go over the map a little bit. My voice is out of sync with my mouth. That's great. Also, I should switch to this scene. There's not a whole lot of anything I can do about that, so I'm sorry, but you're just going to have to deal with it. It looks like I'm dropping a couple of frames here and there, too. My internet's not keeping up with this super well. And again, nothing I can do about that either. Unacceptable. True. You should leave this stream right now. But not before you follow and turn on notifications. Wait, hang on. Dwarf Hunter, I don't know who you're paying, but it's not me. Yikes. Yeah, you might want to make some calls. All right, let's go over this map a little bit. So we've got one enemy necromancer who's up here. It's actually a lich, but just it's undead. Undead coming at us from the north. And then undead coming at us from the south down here. We know from the previous times that we've played this scenario that this undead tends to be zombos and dark adepts, and this one tends to be... No, actually, sorry. They're both skeletons, zombos, and dark adepts, kind of interspersed. There's a white mage hiding right here, so that's a level 2 mage that we want to grab. We only get to keep this mage if we kill both enemy leaders at the end of the scenario. We know that going into this bottom temple releases a level 2 revenant. I think it's a revenant. That might be the level 3 version. Either way, it's a level 2 skeleton fighter that is just not great, along with 4 walking corpses. It is a revenant? Okay, yeah. So we are going to play defensively, because that's a good idea, and eventually get over here and rescue this guy. We're going to sort of survive the first night or so. So we're going to recruit land units first, so we have enough army here to survive the first onslaught. These two... We'll get one merfolk. We're going to get the merfolk with the trident. With the... Yeah... But then I decided I wanted to show you... I thought we were religiously opposed to defensive play. I want to actually show you more than just a couple of scenarios I've already shown you. So we have to do more defensive playing. Yes, so we're going to recall Gwimli, because Gwimli has a trident that has a magic attack, which is going to be useful. We're going to send our merfolk first to collect some houses so that we get some more gold. And then secondarily, they're going to cut off this... sort of stream so that backup any new recruits from here can't make it up here, and we can take care of this leader. We will take care of Gwimli, don't you worry. So let's get this process started. We want to take that house. We're going to go ahead and take that one. We're going to recall Gwimli, who's got the Storm Trident. And is actually pretty close to leveling up, which is also nice. Then we have no one else to recall because only the merfolk traveled with us, which means that we are going to be recruiting 3 thugs first, and then next turn we're going to get some footpads. You took an exam on the fall of the Roman Empire, so if I need tips, let you know, I will do that. Yes, Conrad fell off the ship like an absolute dingus. We're going to get thugs first because they have less movement than the other unit that I want to get that I've now forgotten the name of. But footpads. I do like footpads, which will be... which is something that Desmartis and I maybe slightly disagree with how important they are. I find their movement to be useful in addition to their impact ranged attack. Because we want to be able to defend against skeleton archers, and we don't want to have to fight just like hammer against skeleton fighters with our clubs. It's a good way to get killed. First tip, don't split the church along the empire. But if it's unavoidable, make sure you end up in the Western Empire. JK, that one fell faster. Good tip. I will keep that in mind. We don't have a church. Is that going to be an issue? Is it a problem if we don't have a church? Poachers are useless in this encounter, so yeah, there's that. How do you have an empire without first converting to Christianity? Somehow, well, I think I'm trying to gain an empire. We're sort of the rebel forces. We don't have an empire here. All right, goal for the first little bit of this game is to just keep our units together and keep everyone alive. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not super following all of the discussion about the fall of the Roman Empire, but I appreciate it nonetheless. So notice that the outlaws, as a band, have good defense in the trees, which is something that we're used to because our elves also have good defense in the trees. So we're going to use that to our advantage, and we're just going to stick in the trees. I hope that's not too controversial. Oh, we're talking about D&D characters. I see. Try to line up the enemies in the sand up there. Are you talking about these foothills or this sand here? So foothills or sand? The actual sand. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Because we can sort of deal with multiple of them at once. So there's a Dark Adept and a Skeleton. We're going to initially sort of defend from the north and let the southern units come up a little bit more. Yes, so the map is the same. The enemy decisions are random. So the enemy decisions I don't think would be the same even if we did exactly the same thing. Add to that that the die rolls are random each and every time. So even if we reload the same turn and do exactly the same thing, we can get a different result. And actually, we saw this at the end of last stream, where a Chocobone came and attacked us, which we had never seen in the previous time we were in this scenario. Along with, we saw a Shadow, which I had also never seen in this scenario. Yes, exactly. If we are save scumming, then we can really force things to work. Okay. So, Dismartist, in reference to your footpads having sight lines. Wow, there's a Chocobone this time too. So that is one of, I think, the biggest differences in our playstyles from when I remember we would play multiplayer against each other. I focus a lot on having units that give me visuals of the map, and I think you focus more on powerful units. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Because we can do a chunk of damage, but then we're going to get hurt. We want to wait for the day because our merfolk are loyal. So we're actually just going to back off a little bit here. Because the Chocobone has charge. So that's not great. They seem to be waiting for us. So day-night cycle. There is dawn, which is neutral. Morning and afternoon, which are daytime. Dusk, which is neutral again. First and second watch, which are nighttime. And chat's got you too. Alright, we're going to take this adept. I'm bored. The other nice thing about footpads is, although none of them can hit worth shit, they have 40% defense in terrain tiles that very few units have that good defense in. So I'm really disappointed in how many units we used to not kill this guy. But, you know, that's fine, I guess. All right. The sort of saving grace is that these are all level 1 units, so I'm not attached to any of them. But we will try and keep some of them alive, I guess. Guys, come on. Gotta hit your attacks. Okay. I mean, but they're helping us out. Like, there's some levels to this. They're not quite criminal scum. You know, I don't actually remember what the level 2... A bandit. 8-4? Arcane resistances, nice. Just beefy? Okay. Replacement for heavy infantry? Sure. Oh man, I love heavy infantry. Our chocobone disappeared. That's scary. There he is! Oh, we survived. Okay, good. Alright. Let's take him out. It's now the day, so this is now a 21-2. Which didn't kill him, but that's okay. Because this will. Perfect. Alright. Let's finish him off. And then this adept is pissing me off. Thank you. You take that. We're going to try and keep good defensive ground, which means we're going to stay in the forest here. And not keep going for that adept. Except with him. What's up, bud? That's pretty pathetic. We'll get yet another one. And then I'm going to switch back to grabbing footpad. Again, a shadow, which we didn't see the first time we played this scenario. Shadows are annoying because they've got drains, which we've seen on bats before, which makes it very difficult to actually finish them off. So we want to use ranged attacks against them, but then they have a cold ranged attack. And they're versatile. I don't know what to say. Okay, we're making progress here. So you may have noticed that walking corpses have a plague attack, which means that when they kill one of our units, that unit will respawn as a walking corpse under the control of our opponent. So generally, when you're attacking the undead, you want to make sure that if your units are going to die, it's not going to be a walking corpse that's going to kill them. Alright, what do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. 1, 2, 3 of them plus the level 2. We'll grab a footpad. And then we're going to try and work our army over to get here and then up, is sort of the end goal here. Nope, this is not PvP Schwartz user. This is Heir to the Throne. We're on Isle of the Damned, which is right after Bay of Pearls. Doing a bit of an Iron Man. Iron Man run. Not a pure Iron Man run, because I wouldn't actually be able to get through all of it and show this game off, because I'm not quite good enough for that. But a bit of an Iron Man run. If we lose, we reset to wherever our last stream ended. All right. All right, so we want to try and funnel some experience to Ruhan. Get him up a little bit here. But we also want to be careful of these guys. What are we at here? 7? 3, 4... You hit 3 times. If we can get a decent attack here, we might be able to finish him off with our thug friend. Lots of buffering. Okay. Yeah, I'll just pause for a second and try and let my internet catch up. Yeah, no, this is really bad. No worries. Let me check on a couple of things here. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do here. So I think we're gonna keep moving, and I'm just gonna have to apologize for the quality. Yeah, sorry y'all. Hopefully it ends up sorting itself out soon and gets better, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna do what we can here. So we want a funnel experience to this thug, and I don't think it makes sense to try this out, because there's only a 30% chance of him dying, which is reasonable considering everything else. But realistically, he's gonna survive. So instead, we're gonna try and do a decent amount of damage to this Dark Adept. Or 0. 0 damage is acceptable in the Bad Beats stream also. Wow! This is ridiculous. Okay, well then... Staying up here a little bit, we're gonna take care of this guy. Bring you down. In which case, we are gonna try and kill the ghost here. Not a shadow, it's a ghost. Not quite. Alright, that's fine. Is that 2? Our merfolk have done what they can do. We're gonna go ahead and grab another thug and call it good. Right. Nine people is too many for my internet to handle. Yeah, probably. That about tracks. Silly archer. There we go. Alright, now, since it's been a while since I've played this game... Okay, so there is a level 3 footpad unit. Seems reasonable. Okay. Let's sort of focus on this Dark Adept a little bit, but also at the same time send some folks down to recover that mage. Because we're starting to get folks coming up from the south, but it's nothing we can't handle. Very nice. Good, which means we get to leave a couple of these units back to heal. And we can start hitting on this skeleton. You need to hang tight for a second to heal a little bit. Although, I could almost just have him... He needs 7 experience points to level up. When he level ups, he's going to full heal. So I could just move him to position to kill this skeleton and with his Storm Trident, which would level him up and heal him, and then we don't need to use the house. It's got 23 hit points. We don't need to be super aggressive with our merfolk, so I'm fine holding that back. Yeah, I seem to be dropping quite a few frames here. Oh, that was closer than I wanted it to be. Now we have to recover you back. And bring some of these folks over here. Man, we just cannot hit. It actually almost doesn't matter that we only have 20% terrain, because he's going to be attacking with Shadow Wave anyway, which always has a 70% chance to hit. We're going to focus on the skeleton instead. Which may turn out to be a little bit of a mistake. We'll see. Nope, that's fine. And then you can go here. Great. Heal that. And then these guys are going to start moving over this way to rescue that white mage that we know is hiding out over here. Alright, we can start to get our merfolk collected. We're doing good. The only potential issue now is that we're down to 12 turns. Half of the game is over. And to keep our white mage, we have to kill both enemy leaders. So that might be a little bit challenging at this point. Which means I'm going to favor recruiting footpads instead of thugs because they move faster. Okay. Perfect. Oh, no! They moved. Okay, so that's unfortunate. To give us the best chance of survival, I'm moving into the forest, where we have a 70% defense chance. I didn't expect that. And it seems like, because of all the buffering issues, chat is pretty far behind, so it's going to take you some time to catch up to that point. But when you do, oh boy. Oh boy. So far, looking good, although we're not going to be happy over here, which means that I'm going to get another footpad. And call that good. I need you to keep healing. Yeah, yeah. I mean, realistically, what are you actually doing to help? Not a whole lot, but we can move you here anyway. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought might happen. I'm really not happy about it. Let's see if we can get lucky here. Nope, that one's empty. Okay, now we got him. Oh, that's really tempting, but I don't think it's smart yet. I think it's better to run away a little bit here and collect our forces. All right, let's try and finish this guy off here. Funnel the experience points to this guy if we can. Good. Now he has to run away, but that's fine. Bring in some reinforcements up north to keep him alive. We want to recover a couple of our troops a little bit here. And then we can engage on this skeleton with this guy, which should wipe him out pretty easily. Or we could go... No, it's just going to be him. Makes the most sense. Good, got that level up. While it's the day, so this should be a good attack, it's still only a 3-3, which is just not ideal. And because there are 3 of them there, it's not worth it to try and make that attack happen. Yeah, we're fine with that. I'm fine with all of those guys being where they are. And then we're just going to grab another footpad and call it good here. This is annoying, but fine. It's afternoon. Okay, so we're gonna lose bonuses with him. Now the night is gonna fall. That's gonna have to be okay. That's actually not bad. 5-4 versus 6-4. We got to do some serious damage. We're going to lose that unit, but he didn't have any much experience points, so I'm not too worried about that. Doesn't bother me a whole lot. Some of these guys are just going to have to be expendable. He's almost healed enough that I can let him go back into the fight. You can move back into the fight. You're ready to move into the fight. We get to continue to use our trident friend. And I'm going to move in here to get some better sight lines. Okay. So that's also safe. Might as well go for another footpad here. watch the Skelly. Which Skelly? I think I'm pretty far. I think your chat's pretty far behind me at this point. Actually, if someone could give me just a now in chat, that way I can kind of check to see how far behind you are from me right now with all the buffering and lag. Okay. Let's try and finish off the last of these walking corpses. Recover a little bit. And then we can start to work on killing the leaders here. We might actually make it. We've got 8 turns now to kill the leaders. And I think that's going to be good enough. Alright, we didn't quite get there on this skeleton, which is not the best. I think we've got the health to tank this hit. And I'm going to leave this merfolk over here to try and encourage this skeleton to move over there instead of gang up on our level 2 merfolk. We will see what happens there. Grab another footpad and call it good. Sometimes we just get lucky, though, and honestly, that's fine. So the nice thing about this white mage is he's actually got a holy sword, so he's going to be good against skeletons anyway. Even archers. Theoretically. Obviously, in practice is a different story, but theoretically, he's effective against archers as well as non-archers. And okay. I want to get some land folks down here to help out. But I also want to make sure I've got enough troops to take out this leader. I think that's going to be sort of the distribution of how we split our party. We're not taking any chances here. We're just going to do that. Oh, man. Missed both times. Okay. We're very likely to hit, but it's just not going to do a lot of damage. So we're not going to. Oh my goodness. You guys are like 5 or 10 minutes behind me at this point. I'm so sorry. All right, give me just a second here. I'm gonna try and adjust some settings here to see if I can help anything at all. And it looks like not. Okay. Are we back? Are we live? Can you hear me and see me? Sort of. Okay, well, this is a touch unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna help us out at this point. I think I know what the issue is, and there's nothing I can do about it right now. But if you can see me, and I can at least see chat, so that's good. We're gonna just keep plugging along. Oh boy, we're still dropping a lot of frames. I lowered my output settings, so I'm only streaming out at 30 FPS instead of 60 FPS. Pretty well. Then, if they're freezing on funny facial expressions, you need to get screen grabs of those. All right. If it's still bad, I'm gonna mess around with OBS a little bit and see if I can degrade my settings even more. I'll be back. Okay, friends. I think I might have figured out how to make it slightly better, but you tell me. Obviously, things are a little messed up right now with how my scenes are laid out, but is this any better? Seems like we're still dropping a lot of frames. Still buffering. Still dropping some. Seems to be streaming pretty well at a high resolution. Okay. Seems decent. Definitely better. Okay, I'm gonna go back and change one last thing, and then I'll go live for real, and we'll keep moving. Okay, we should be back, and we should be able to leave it here. Okay, so that's about a 10-second delay now, which is a lot better and more what I'm used to. Okay. Thank you all for bearing with me as we dive into some technical difficulties. Before I stopped my gameplay, you all were like 5 to 10 minutes behind me, which means that some things have changed. Nothing bad, but you're not going to recognize the map when we get back to it. How is buffering? We're not dropping as many frames anymore. Yes, so the tomb was different. We managed to get out of there. We are several turns past that now. We are on turn 17 now. But I want to make sure that things are good before we jump back in. It's going pretty well. Just gonna do that. All right. This seems doable. Okay, so yeah, I think I figured out how to do this better now. So instead of trying to stream 60 FPS, I'm only trying to stream 30 FPS, and I've changed a couple of other settings that honestly are not going to make any sort of difference to your viewing experience. Other than that now it's not going to buffer for forever. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump back in. So, quick update. This is where we are. We killed the Revenant. Things are good. We still don't have a level 2 yet. We are starting to split the party in order to efficiently take out both leaders. I've got this group of units coming down south to take out this guy, along with the help from our level 2 merfolk. Up north, we're going to survive mostly on our white mage. But in addition, these guys and this guy will be going up north as well. We're going to wait for daytime to make this assault because of the lawful nature of our white mage. Our white mage has a holy sword, which most white mages don't, so that's going to make this very easy to take out the lich that's sitting up there. Other than that, you haven't missed a whole lot. I'm going to move this thug up because he can get a heal by our white mage. I had been debating whether I was going to make this attack because it's an 80% chance to hit, but the amount of damage that he can do back to us is pretty significant, so I don't think I want to do that. We're instead just going to stay put here. Might move him back, because together they could take him out. That's what I'm thinking. Gwynley's doing all right. And we're going to go ahead and grab one more footpad, because again, they move quickly. And that's where we are. We're going to end turn and see what happens. Very nice here. Let's funnel some experience into this footpad. And then we can take him out with the light beam. And start moving over the mountains a little bit. There's our lich friend. And we're actually going to stay put there. Yes! Level 2 Gwynley. We made it, folks. That's what I want to do. Well, hey there. What are you doing? You trying to sneak up on me? That's a little rude. Alright, let's start popping these guys down south. 6 turns. Should be doable. Gwimli's just going to make sure that this guy doesn't come back. And then we're going to move over here because it's not really... Well, actually, no. We can take him on. No, it's just not a good idea right now. The middle of the night and all. So I think we're going to congregate our merfolk. Welcome back, Dwarf Hunter. Welcome back, Floor Man. For any of you budding OBSers, what I did was lowered my bitrate from 6,000 down to 2,000, which seems to be all that my internet can handle. That space seems risky. I'd put him on the other one. You're going to have to be more specific, Floor Man, about which space and who you're talking about. As it stands, that's looking good. We'll go ahead and grab another footpad. Oh, right, of course, that space, right. Well, so here's the thing. This merfolk here, none of these guys can move to him. So I'm feeling pretty confident about that. And like the smartest pointed out, the only spaces around this swamp are sand, which all of these enemies have poor defensive bonuses on. Getting ganked by the fog. Yes and no. I think he's going to be fine. Remember that we control this. We have folks all around, so it's going to be all right. Getting ganked from the fog is a real concern, but we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces away. And that's... Most units have a movement of about 5. So I wouldn't be super concerned about it. Let's see what happens. Aww. This is actually pretty okay. As things stand. That's maybe not what I had hoped for, but we'll make it work. Alright, I'm hoping to not kill him. Alright. I wanted to give that kill to this thug, but whatever. So now that it is dawn, I'm actually feeling okay to get in the sand here, and start working on this Dark Adept. It's a little bit risky, but honestly not that much. Okay. Need to hit twice here. And we didn't. That's alright. Let's get working on some of these skeletons. Need to hit twice here. And that time we did. Okay. Let's keep him in the water so we can make sure we hit. Okay, looking good so far. A lot of mostly obvious moves to make there. And we're good to go. Dark Adept did his Dark Adept-y thing. Didn't work out for him. That's okay, because now he's exposed, and we've got a Holy Sword. This doesn't seem like the best of ideas. So we're going to use the Holy Sword instead. Like, the draining attack is not great, but honestly not the end of the world when we have folks like this nearby. Although we have to be able to do more damage to them than they do to us. Right, so this is where Drain gets really annoying. Because you'll notice that he currently has 38 hit points, and there is a 17 to 18% chance that he ends up with 38 hit points or more by the end of this. It came with him. The White Mage came with a Holy Sword. I think I'm going to do this because I need to give the Lich another target. And we actually did some amount of damage to him. I honestly think that the Lich is not going to attack our White Mage because of the White Mage has got a pretty good crackback attack. So we'll probably end up losing, unfortunately, our Footpad, which is really annoying, or our Thug, which is less annoying just based on the amount of experience they are and how close they are to... Yes, plus it's day, so the amount of attack they can do is not great. Okay, so we want to take out this Adept with this Merfolk and start working on this one like this, so we can move forward into swamps, which is much better for us. Give the kill to you, and keep moving forward. We have to overwhelm them with numbers, because I didn't realize that this was a level 3. It's rough. It's definitely rough. I think we can do it. We've got 4 more turns to do so. It's going to depend on him surviving. And down here, we get the combination of Gwimli and an Outlaw. But it's still going to be a little bit tricky. South will be really close, because that attack's going to... We've got 4 turns. It's morning now, which means we get afternoon, evening, afternoon, dusk, first watch, second watch. So this campaign ends at night. This scenario ends at night, which is really not good, especially for our loyal units trying to take this out. So we're going to have to push this in the afternoon to really try and take him out using the Storm Trident, I think. And recruiting more at this point, they can't move far enough to do anything. So this is it. Either we've done enough or we haven't. Luckily, he decided to come out and meet us, which is very nice of him. So we just get to go ham right now. Not quite. And unfortunately, we have to retreat there. Urgh. Okay, so this is going to be a sacrificial merfolk. Kalba's going to die. And Kalba's not even going to attack. Kalba's just going to sit right here as a sacrifice. This person needs 5 experience points to level up. Man, this sucks! 9-3 does 27 damage. Because I don't want to attack with the club. Because he's just going to heal. But I need to keep doing damage. So we just have to try and overwhelm him, I think. Man, this is like, this is a coin flip, whether he heals or gets hurt. He's got slightly more chance of getting hurt than healing. So I think I'm going to go for it. Melee attack should come from the keep. Yeah, but I'm going to do... Okay, so here, we'll do sling attacks down here. I mean, most of these are just going to be sling attacks. As we just try and wear him down. Because it's the best we can do here. Yeah. So, he should kill him, but we should be able to get our white mage up there to do some sword attacks. I might be able to get him to level up just by surviving combat again. Ugh. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. This is difficult. All right. Here we go. Yep. (9-2) versus 6-3. I'm not sure what to do down south here. Okay. Here we're going to make this attack because it levels us up. Again, it's basically a coin flip whether it heals him or not. Yeah. Oh, wow. We got the 2.7% chance. Welcome to the bad beats. Okay. 10-4 against a 5-3. We gotta take him out this turn. No hits! Jeez. And I've messed up some of my positioning. Wow. All right, guys, help me out down here. I'm not sure what the best play is. Do we send the outlaw to the Lich? Or do we just cut our losses, take out the adept, and keep everyone alive and play defensively? Gwimli could attack the adept, but nothing else. Would probably kill the adept. Gwimli whacks the adept and the outlaw against the lich, but that's super aggressive. It is super aggressive. Okay, let me think about this. So right now it's a 12-3 magical attack, because this is what's coming back at us, right? We're going to get this back, which means we need to not take more than 18 damage. So if we do this, we're taking 6 damage, maybe 12 damage. That's fine. Which means we will live on the crackback and then have to run. But I think we can do that. And then Gwimli does this. We hit here. And do whatever we can. Which ended up being a lot. Good. You're gonna stay there. Do we throw these guys at him? Like... He's dead, but he might be able to do some damage. I think I like at least this guy attacking. Like I said, he's dead, but this way at least we get a little bit more damage in. He can't heal. Because I'm not doing this, because this is bad for us. But we need to take him down in health. Alright, he's not dead. I'm not going to attack with either of these guys, because I want him to attack my footpad. Yeah, I think that's the best we can do. 30, 12, 3. If he hits all 3 times, we lose our loyal outlaw, which is not great. But I think that's as good as we're going to get right now. Was that Gwimli? Did Gwimli just die? No. Okay. Oh, thank God. It was the other one. I'm okay with that. Because now we might be able to do something here. Yes. Yes! Yes! There we go! Alright! Gwimli got there, and he's on his way to level 3 now. Look at that. Could I have funneled that experience points to this thug? Yeah, maybe. Was I thinking that far ahead? No. But we can do some stuff with the last one down here. Yeah, whatever. Alright, now we just need to rescue the north somehow. 7-4. How do we do this? 7-4 against 8-3. Let's see it here. All right. 7-4 against 8-3. Nope. All right, we're going to sacrifice you. Because now we need to hit once with a 70%er. I think we can pull this off. I'm going to start with this. Yeah, because I want the level up. That's not great. Okay, okay, you go here, you go here. Yeah. Do we do it or do we wait? Do we take this chance or do we not? We have one more turn. Chad, I need your advice. What are we risking? That's a good question. So what we're risking is we've got two risks here. One, he is able to heal by hitting folks. Although with the folks that are left, he wouldn't heal much, and he would likely take a lot of damage on the crackback. Two, we're risking that he kills the white mage on his own. When we attack, we get... We have the first attack. If he attacks, he has the first attack. He needs to hit us twice to kill us. We need to hit him twice to kill him. We both have 70% chance to hit. So, by attacking first, we get a much better chance of living. However, this assumes he attacks our white mage. If he doesn't attack our white mage, everything's fine. I think the obvious attack is the footpad, not our white mage. But I don't know. I'm leaning towards waiting. Like, this is the better attack because there's no chance of him dying when he does it. So I think the AI makes that choice. Hitting here has a pretty reasonable chance of death. Okay. Another way to think about this is in 7 out of 10 times that we make this attack, our white mage is still alive at the end of it. Is that good enough? 3 out of 10 times he's dead. Do we risk it for the biscuit? Or do we wait? I think I want to wait. And the reason isn't even for the situation up here. It's an attack that is not favorable. Right, so even if he... Oh, God. I think it's 60-40. He makes the good attack for us, which is to kill our footpad. So I think in 4 out of 10 situations, he makes a bad attack, which means attacking our white mage. In those 4 out of 10 situations, he still only kills our white mage in something like 1.5 to 2 of those. So I think waiting is better for us. And it lets us get another attack off on this skeleton, which levels up another one of our characters. As opposed to if we kill him right here, right now, the scenario is over. So we might as well take the extra turn. Even if our white mage dies, we get to trade it by leveling up one of these guys. That's what I said. I think he's gonna attack the footpad. All right, we're gonna run it this way. Oh my God! What? This is the worst possible world. This is the worst possible world. Oh, and I did that in totally the wrong order. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Yep. I totally did that in exactly the wrong order. I should have been south. Nope. Gwimli's fine. But we lost our loyal footpad, our loyal outlaw. Not only was he level 2, he was loyal. He didn't cost us anything. I am so shocked that he made that attack. Like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. Because we traded him for the level 2 white mage. And these guys are gonna level up quickly once we recruit them. So that's not nothing, I guess. We came out of this well. I wouldn't say really well, but we came out of it well. Okay. That's very true. And speaking of going into Elensefar, we're gonna pick that up in a couple of minutes after I take a quick bio break. So we'll just jump through this. I'll let you all look at the scenario objectives, and I will be back in a couple of minutes. Figure out for me what we are doing here. Thank you. Alright, I'm back. What has the discussion been about? Let's take a look here. Yeah, I know. Gravity's a little wonky over here. I'll work on that in a second. Okay, so I think I'm caught up on what chat's saying. Also, by the way, ice cream in a mug. Great invention. So, it looks like David's point is that they seem to keep sending troops down this way, and the infiltration way in is going right up this way. So maybe not our best bet. In fact, because they keep sending troops down here, I might send some folks up this way and just try and force them to come at us this way. I think we need to play defensively first. What exactly do you disagree about? So you're saying they come down this way. And if we just go up here and up and in, that would work? Take their castle while they siege our position. Okay. Because the map changes. Yeah, that's true. So then we need to get a force up to this peninsula immediately. Isn't it really just a path opens here? And that's it? Like, it doesn't change by a whole lot. And then basically, we just have this is now our assault point instead of this being our assault point. The other difference to consider is that in the infiltration mode, we get the thieves immediately, and that's, I think, what you're bringing up. So we get 3 additional units. They might start on this island, I don't remember. Yeah, David, I'm pretty sure we do actually get the units. I think I like not infiltration. Or, let me put this another way. I'm okay with hitting infiltration, but I don't think actually tactically going up this way is advantageous to us. So then it becomes a question of, do we hit infiltration so that we get the units sooner? Or do we want to just wait until we actually make it into the gates? And then we get the rogues to help us as the skeletons are coming down. Okay, so I think what you're saying is that if we wait, then by the time we make it in, the rogues spawn on the northern side and we'll be surrounded by undead and we'll get slaughtered before we can do anything about it. And thus it's better to say infiltrate and get the units immediately. I'm done with that. Alright, so let's hit infiltrate so that we get those rogues immediately, but we won't use them the way that they think they're going to be used. So now, do we want to recall Gwynley? The Storm Trident's really good, but I don't really know if it's the place for it. Wait till we get the keep? Yeah, that makes sense. Then it's going to be Ranger, Bandit, and Knight. And here's that extra 74 gold that we got from being more efficient in the earlier scenarios, which is going to be hugely important as we keep going. Yeah, it's a whole 3 more units, which is pretty significant. We're gonna clear out our level 2s. And then this thug who is about to level up into a level 2. And then we can't afford anything else. So we move on with our lives. Thieves Guild. Help us infiltrate. 2 hours past midnight, so second watch. Meet us on the west bank of the river across from the docks, right here. So we might need to actually send a unit there, which is maybe a little bit unfortunate, but we've got the horsemen. All right, you know what? We're going to go ahead and try and take him out. I think we can handle that. I think we can make our stand there. It forces them to be in the water to attack us. Which I'm pretty okay with. I'm going to put the Rangers on the side and the Mage in the center. Ooh, actually... Yeah, mage in the center. An even front line. You saying control a little bit further out? None of your units get isolated. Okay. How do people like this positioning? Because at this point I can still undo, but this is what I'm thinking. The people that are going to get the bandit on the left is boned. Yeah, probably he is. You're right. Right, because we're going to get 2 assassins and a crossbowman on him. He's got 47 health. All right, let's move some things around then. So more like this. All right. I can get behind that. This seems reasonable to me. Let's see what they do. Sure. Got lucky. All right, let's try moving some folks around here to see what we can do. Yeah, no, the knight definitely charges an assassin in the water. 110%. Although that's not as great as I was hoping, but yes, that's what I'm hoping for. All right, so yeah, I like that. Good call. Good call. Yeah. So Thug attacks here. Red Mage attacks the warrior. Ranger attacks the assassin. Knight attacks the assassin, or this assassin, whichever. If this one's, yeah. So Ranger here. Knight attacks this assassin if it's still alive. Otherwise, it attacks this one. Conrad attacks the last assassin. Simultaneously, which doesn't quite protect him. So then we'll have to move a couple of more people around to make sure that our last ranger is still alive. But we start off in this position so that our thug can get the bonus. Anyone see any better ways of moving our way through this combat? Seems good. All right, I got 2 seems good, so we're going to go for it. And of course, now we get all the bad luck. That's actually not the worst, I think. And that's pretty all right. I think I'm okay with him still being alive because now his body is stuck there. And what I mean by that is he's not going to retreat because our AIs are pretty bad about doing that, especially when there are units just sort of surging up behind. Instead, he's probably going to Hail Mary attack, probably here. He'll die, but when he dies, he'll level up our unit. Yeah. So I'm going to not attack with my ranger. I'm going to attack over here instead. There's a chance we kill him, but probably not. Yeah. I think I favor finishing him off rather than charging a new one, because our charge is not quite a full... It's 27 instead of 32, so we can't quite kill with it. So I'd rather just finish one of them off here. Then Conrad can come down here, do a little bit of something. We're going to shimmy some units around to try and protect him from the assassin, but at this point that's pretty okay, actually. We've got our healers in good positions to make sure that everyone's going to get cured if they get poisoned. Yeah, I think I like how this has ended up. No big changes from me here. I'm not terribly surprised. Oh, man. Okay. I wasn't terribly surprised by our level 2 thug dying. Our red mage is a drag, not gonna lie. Whoa, look at that! Wow, look at those guys. Look at them run. I think I'm going to use these to move up into the city and try and cut off reinforcements. Yeah, okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what I'm counting out now is if I kill him, can I move the Lancer into position to really, or this Knight in position to really do some damage to the crossbowmen? And I don't think we can because of the zone of control of the Orcish Assassin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're in zone of control now. 6, 7, 8, 7. We've got 8 movement points. I don't think we can do it unless we kill him also, which doesn't seem feasible. So instead, I think we're going to send the Knight down and finish off this guy with the Knight. Yeah. Jeez, that was almost very, very unlucky. Oh man, what do we even do here? So that's pretty darn risky. This Orcish Assassin can hit Conrad. 4 by 3. I think the chances of death are 0, if I'm reading this right. But Conrad's gonna get real messed up. Although, chances of death increase when this Knight dies. Because then some folks can hop up in places where they shouldn't and do some more damage here. Yes, this one here. Yeah. Okay. Good. Mages involved in somebody attacking? Yeah. The one that has a sword, clearly I did. To slow someone? Okay, yeah, I could see that. Who do we try and slow then? Do we try and slow here? I don't think trying to slow... Well, the problem is slow is a well, the problem is slow is a ranged attack, right? And these guys have 10-3 crossbows. Like, that's not very ideal. This is only slightly better. Yeah, but then it spreads out our line, right? Yeah, which is why attacking the river boy makes sense. But then we spread out our line a little bit, which is not great. Less essential. Yeah, and honestly, the druid is probably the least essential. Because I have 2 white mages and 2 knights that when they level up, one of them will probably become a healer too. Alright, let's do this. Turned out pretty alright for us. Should I attack with the white mage? Attacking with this white mage seems like not the best idea in the world. I'm gonna be honest. I think leaving him here is where I want him. Alright, we're gonna call it here then. No, I want him to heal Conrad. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna leave it alone here. I didn't see that coming. I'm not the maddest in the world by how that ended up. It's not great, but it doesn't spell death. So that's a plus. I think this druid finishes off them. Second horse boy does some serious damage over here. Yep. Yeah, we lost a ranger too. Conrad comes over here. And then we do this to end him. To the white mage? I see your point, but the ranger is likely to level up this battle. Like this scenario. So that's kind of where I'm going on this point. In the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and do this. And now we get to show off Backstab as a mechanic. So rogues or thieves and rogues have the backstab mechanic, which means that they do double damage if they are directly opposite an opponent. So what we're going to do is line up... Now we want to end up with... I think we want to end up with our level 2... I think this is where I want them. Aggressively move the white mage into the river to prevent Conrad from getting hurt. Actually, I do like that. But let's deal with this first. And the reason I like this is because this white mage has a sword and can actually do some serious damage. So we can actually do that. An issue I didn't realize was an issue is that both assassins can hit Conrad. And if they both gang up on him, 3x3, 9, 18. If they both gang up on him and only miss with one knife between the two of them, they can kill him. So that's not great. But we're just going to live with it. And be done here, I think. Yep. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Everything so far is okay. Conrad is seriously hurt, but he's still alive. See, we're going to get a level 3 ranger out of this really soon. Conrad is going to retreat at this point. We get to do that. Now the question is, do we need to gather our forces, or do we just push into the city now and try and use our momentum to our advantage? It is morning, so we have the full day ahead of us. Back off. Okay. I can agree with that. Which means, actually, I think we're going to pull our rogues out also. Well, no, hang on. Make up your mind now. It's morning, right? So we've got the day ahead of us. We have... Next turn, I can fall back and recall 2 more units. Or we push forward if we think we can take the keep within the next 2 turns. The problem is just the sheer number of skeletons that are coming down at this point. I think we have to just defend. I don't think we can take this keep in time. What do y'all think? If you don't think we can take the keep, then we should regroup. Yeah. The skeletons are all level 1 skeletons, but I don't want to get overwhelmed. I think we're going to pull back and regroup. Yeah. I'll point out one other really cool mechanic. So these rogues and thieves have an ability called Skirmisher. So zones of control do not affect them. Which you can see based on their movement, I can move right past where normally zone of control would prevent me from moving. As it stands, we're just going to move back. And I'm going to use zone of control to my advantage to make sure that our level 2 rogue stays alive. And if we're pulling back, we're pulling back. So let's do that. Actually, hang on, undo that. I want to give Conrad double healing here. Because we've got a full turn now to prepare. Alright, I like this. Yeah, look at all those skeletons. So we're going to get this footpad back because he's about to level up. And then I think we're going to get Gwimli back because I think we need that Storm Trident. He's not good on land, and I understand that. But I think we can control the bridge, at least. And if not, like... Yeah, you like Gwimli? Okay, let me just make sure that I'm not missing anything obvious further down. Like, we've got this Elvish Fighter, but he's got 10 out of 32. It's just... I think Gwimli's the play here. Alternatively, our recruits. We have a lot of options for recruiting. And eventually we need another mage, because we just lost our red mage earlier this fight. But I think first we get Gwimli, and then a mage. Okay. Here we go. Let's get that level 3. Maybe I should have gotten the level 2 footpad here. Send the Knight at the Living. Yeah, that would have made a lot more sense. Yeah. I was trying to figure out what to do over here. Let's see if we can just backstab our way out of it. We're not going to be able to backstab our way out of it. All I can do at this point is just give him 70% terrain bonus and pray. So, yeah. Alright. Do we... Assassins have marksmen, do they really? Ah, they sure do. Okay, so maybe it is better to just sacrifice and run. Yeah. Do something like that. Because I want to make sure that this assassin can't get to this rogue. So I think this is where we are. Alright, do we send Gimli north or west? Do we want him in the water immediately? Kind of protecting around here? Or do we want him just in the thick of it? You're not wrong. Thick of it? I think we just want that Storm Trident in the thick of this. Worth noting that he's 2 kills from a level up. So I think this makes the most sense. And I think now we just wait. Which actually means moving Conrad to get healed. Then next turn we move Conrad back down south to recruit a mage. Because I think that's what we want at this point. Maybe it's a thug. We'll find out next turn. Yeah, okay, fine. Okay. God, there are so many skeletons. We never would have been able to take that keep. Alright, I think this is what we do here. Run to the keep. Maybe full retreat. Just back it off and wait for the day. You know what? I can get behind that. Let's see what this looks like. This wastes first watch, the first watch attack. And then we get a... Yeah, okay. No, I see this. I see this. And we can no longer recruit thugs, so I can't get a thug. Which means I don't think I want to recruit anything. I want to wait for a mage. That's so rude. Yes, it is rude. We will officially get outlaws back, I think, later in this campaign. But remember that we only got them because we went one specific route. Had we gone the other route, we wouldn't have been able to get them at all. So this keeps things consistent, I think, is the idea. Alright. I'm gonna end the turn here. They've set up a really nice perimeter to just squeeze us no matter what we do here. Also, they took away enough of our gold that we didn't gain any gold. So we can't actually recruit anyone. It might just be a good idea to not deal with those skeletons and just do full retreat. Because we don't have gold to recruit anyone, I think going back to this house over here does make the most sense at this point. Although we lose the tactical bonus of the keep. What does this look like? Or we just go for it. This rogue is going to stay put. He's threatened by this... He's threatened by this assassin. But, 16 health on a house... 16 health, 4-3 throwing knives. He's going to survive the attack. Don't go for it. What does retreating to that house actually gain us? Not a whole lot. What if we actually just retreat down to this patch of woods? How much better is this? So those two skeletons can still attack us. And this skeleton can attack us. That's not terrible because their targets are a white mage with a holy sword, or Gwimli, who's got a storm trident, or a level 3 ranger. Keep is better than the woods. I'm thinking units wise it's better. Like, certainly terrain wise the keep is better, but we can only get attacked by 3 units, and this level 2 can't get to any of us. Which is, I think, where I'm most concerned about right now. So we likely lose our rogue on this attack. Do we have to, though? What if I just move him there? Yeah, you can't move any further than that because of zone of control. Oh, okay. I think this is better. Let's say the archers pick their best target, which is Gwimli. We've got a Storm Trident to attack back with and 51 health. Like, odds are we accidentally kill one of them. Which then gets us... We just need to kill the other one to level up and full heal again. So even if they did... Their max damage is 42, we've got 51 health. I think I like this. I think this is fine. We're gonna go with this. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yep. And now it's dawn. So I'm actually going to give the kill to the footpad, hopefully to level him up. Then Gwimli, 14-2 there. Jeez. 9-3. Yeah, we can't get our rogue anywhere safe. You gotta attack with the rogue on the left. Gotta attack. We die. Right, unless we do this. And just pray. Pray for the 4.5% chance where we leave him too injured to attack us. But also there's a 30% chance that he just kills us. He's dead next turn regardless. Yeah, fair enough. Let's do this. Alright. We're gonna set Gwimli up. No, we can't quite do enough damage because it's not quite daytime, I don't think. We might be able to between the 2 white mages and Gwimli. I'm thinking Gwimli in the keep, and then the 2 white mages on either side. What about with the knight? Yeah, but like... Our knight's hurt. And there are a lot of swordy boys coming down that are... And the archer, like, that just doesn't seem great. Maybe we ignore him for one more turn. Or maybe we do this. And then we move Gwimli over here to zap this skeleton. And use our white mages to kind of clear out over here, maybe? Let's move some folks around and see if this makes sense. Yeah. So, because now Gwilly's on a house, which gives him 40% minimum. We could do... those two there. Drop you back. Just put a body here. Something like that. That's the general idea. Let's go for that. Hit. Oh, that's nice. A little too exposed. Does that change anything? Like, now we could do this. To the white mage. 16 experience points to the white mage. So... on the right of the adventure. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But yeah, you see this? That is too iffy. Like, we need to hit 3 times, 3 out of 4, which we do sometimes, but then we get seriously damaged. We can do this. We're not going to kill him, probably. Right? Like, now we only have a 30% chance of killing him. Alternatively, we start weakening some of these skeletons. I think we do need to hit him down some more. We're just not going to be able to kill him this turn. Yeah? Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. He's not attacking anyone because anyone can kill him now. Let's have Gwimli finish this. Move you over here. Why is this 13? Oh, arcane, right. Drop you back, move you up. 8-2. Nice. Keep you where you are, that's fine. Conrad takes the kill. Do we let Conrad have a little fun here? Or is it exposing him too much? We could let Conrad have some fun and then move the knight up. Or do we just let the knight take it out? Too exposed. So do we just let the knight finish this off then? Watch the skellies on the top right. Yeah, yeah. Do we just leave him alive? We could just leave him alive. Recruit. We have 18 gold. What are we grabbing? Just another body. The problem is I want these two. The mage or the initiate, because they do arcane damage. I don't have anything that does blunt damage. Or impact damage, rather. Get a fighter. Alright, Elvish Fighter it is. Alright, fine. Good beats immediately counteracted by bad beats. Lost both white mages. Fucking die. Yeah, we haven't wiped yet. It's not good, but we haven't wiped yet. Back to the house. I think we need to finish some folks off. I will do this, though. Our body is dead. And we're pretty well surrounded and split. Whoa. Stay where you are. Alright, Conrad, let's get you some easy experience. I could do that. Or do we stay and heal? Horse the Avenger out? We can't. Right? Because he's surrounded by these two. So even if we kill him, he's still stuck, effectively. Archer on the keep? I mean, downside is very small at this point, so I'm fine with that. That'd be this one here. You want me to do some damage to? Or the archer? I think I like the archer because it keeps a couple more units to spread out attacks on Conrad. And then I think we just have to keep it here because he's still too weak to do anything. This is not going to look good for our druid. I will tell you that right now. Yeah. Come on, horsey boy. Come on, horsey boy. Yes! Alright, this is another turn where we're still alive. Kill him. I don't disagree, the smartest. There goes our level 3, there goes our last level 2. And Conrad's gonna die soon. I mean, this is cool. Steadfast doubles resistances, which is interesting on defense. And we're resistant to blade, cold, fire, impact, and piercing. That's not bad, I'm gonna be honest. Or we get the Triton, which has better attacks. That's cool. I don't think it super matters. But let's pretend it does. And we'll go with the Merman Triton, yeah. Steadfast seems cool, but we sacrifice a bunch of HP for it. 61 down to 53. But we're more resistant, so maybe it averages out better. Let's go with the Triton. Again, it doesn't matter. And that's it! Yay, we died again! Ugh. Alright, folks. Yeah, it does mean we made no progress this stream. We're gonna try the Isle of Damned again next time. But again, we know even more, right? So we were okay with how Isle of Damned turned out. We didn't... We lost one level 2 that we shouldn't have. And we learned that which temple the White Mage is in is random. We need to keep the level 2 thugs for after the orcs. Yep. I think we're going to start again at Isle of the Damned on Wednesday and play through that again and see if we can get a better result. Okay. And then depending on how that turns out, we might... Yeah. We managed to deal with the orcs, but not fast enough, because then the undead came down and then we died to them, is what happened. And we lost our red mage early in Elensefar, and we lost our white mages all in one go. I think the turn that we lost both of our white mages was when we really lost. What seriously did us damage was losing the red mage so early on in the battle, though. All right. Things to contemplate for Wednesday, and then maybe Friday next week. I'll either play a different game, or I'd be down to do a multiplayer. If the smartest wanted to hop on Discord and fight me 1v1, and then everyone else can sort of hang out and see how that goes. We could do something like that. I think it'd be really fun. We'd have to negotiate what type of map we want to fight on and that sort of thing. Because I prefer Fog of War. I don't know if you do. We'll pull something together like that sometime next week. Either Wednesday or Friday. We'll pull something together. We'll see what happens. Because it's getting frustrating that we just keep making it to Elensefar and then dying. So I might need to take a small break from that, but I am liking getting back into Wesnoth. And we had some fun folks in chat today. If you don't already follow the channel and have notifications turned on, please do that. It helps with Twitch letting me do more things the more followers I have. It's dumb, but there it is. So, and also that way, like tonight I didn't know if I was streaming at 5:30 or 6 o'clock. If you've got notifications turned on, then it's just going to give you a little ding when I go live, whenever that ends up being. And I'm trying to be good about going live before I actually starting the stream, before I actually hop in, so you have time to catch in. But I think that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you all for hanging out. I'm going to go make some popcorn and watch Mission Impossible 3. Hope you all have a good night. And I have to figure out how I'm going to edit these videos together for my YouTube. Because the stream restarted a couple times, I'm going to have to stitch them together. Because they are now in separate recordings. But I'll worry about that. Have a good night, y'all.